On the morning of December 1st, 1948, a man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. He was well dressed, no wallet, no identification, not a single label remained on any of his clothing. Every single one had been removed. He was found in a seated position, leaning against a seawall. Witnesses who walked past him the night before assumed he was drunk or asleep. He was already dead. An autopsy found no obvious cause of death, no wounds, no drowning, no clear poison in the toxicology, although the results suggested something had disrupted the organ function in a way consistent with a fast-acting substance. But nothing could be confirmed. He was between 40 and 45, physically fit, well-built, manicured nails, polished shoes. His teeth matched no dental records in Australia. Nobody reported him missing, nobody claimed him. Investigators catalogued every item found on or near the body: a cigarette packet, with 2 cigarettes of a different brand inside, a bus ticket, an unused train ticket to Henley Beach, a comb, and in a hidden pocket sewn inside the waistband of his trousers, a pocket that had been missed on the first examination, investigators found a small piece of paper, torn from a book. The words printed on the paper in Persian, Tamam Shud. It means "it is finished" or "it is ended." The phrase comes from the final page of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a 12th-century Persian poem about the nature of life, fate, and the acceptance of death. The torn paper matched exactly to the final page of a specific edition, not a common one. Investigators searched for the book. A man came forward. He said he'd found a copy of the Rubaiyat in his car, unlocked and parked near Somerton Beach around the time of the death. He'd thought nothing of it. He still had it. When the torn paper from the dead man's pocket was compared to the final page of that book, it was an exact match. Inside the back cover of that book, someone had written 5 lines of letters in pencil, faint, but there, an arrangement that appeared to be a code. Mergoababd mlioi debut bimpanetpi mimliaboyaki item samst gab. The code has never been broken. Cryptographers, including intelligence agencies during the Cold War, have examined it for decades. Every known cipher system has been tried. The sequence has been submitted to modern AI and pattern recognition software. It remains unsolved. Also written inside the cover, a phone number. It belonged to a woman, a former nurse, who lived about a mile from the beach. Police interviewed her. She said she didn't know the dead man, but investigators who spoke to her later noted that she seemed shaken in a way that went beyond the shock of being contacted by police. Researchers who investigated her decades later, after her death, found evidence suggesting she may have had a connection to a man who bore similarities to the deceased. She died without confirming anything. Theories accumulated over the years that he was a spy, a Soviet agent, or a Western operative who used the torn Rubaiyat page as a signal or a dead drop indicator. The coded message, this theory holds, was an intelligence cipher that would only be readable to a specific recipient. That he was a man who came to Adelaide to die, deliberately, having arranged for the book to be found, having removed all identification as a final act of control over his own story. That the woman with the phone number knew more than she ever said. None of these theories have been confirmed. None have been ruled out. In 2022, a forensic genealogist used DNA extracted from the remains, which had been kept, to construct a partial family tree. A possible surname emerged, a potential family line in Melbourne, but no match was ever confirmed publicly. The South Australian coroner's investigation concluded without a definitive identification. He remains officially unknown. His case has a name now: the Somerton Man, or more often, Tamam Shud. The man found on a beach with no name, no labels, and a torn page in a hidden pocket that said simply, "It is finished." It wasn't finished. Not for the investigators, not for the researchers who have spent careers on this case, not for the woman with the phone number who took whatever she knew to her grave, not for the cryptographers staring at those 5 lines of letters. The code is still there, the identity is still missing, And somewhere in a family tree that nobody has fully traced, there may be descendants who don't know that someone they're connected to died on a beach in Australia in a well-pressed suit with a poem about death folded into a hidden pocket. The case remains open. Some doors don't close just because the person on the other side is gone.